Welcome to episode 5 of April Anger 2023. Our first match is going to be Lucas against Kirby Smash Bros. This is the first match of the second round of the tournament, so keep that in mind. Both of these contenders have already won their first match. Lucas getting a really good rope snake to the ledge. Hitting Kirby with the extent of the PK Thunder is always a little dangerous because that does reduce the amount of range you get. However, because of Lucas's long range on the recovery, it usually doesn't affect him as much. Playing off stage, air dodging perfectly through that back air. Rope Snake's not going to grab the ledge. Kirby capitalizes on that, getting a spike on Lucas. Platform pressure, however, Lucas was at such a low percent, he was able to act first, kicking Kirby out of hit stun. It is something you always have to watch out against the AI opponents. They have an uncanny knowledge of exactly when they can hit you first. Most people don't know, so they usually don't gamble with it, and the ones who do are usually easily punished. However, the AI just knows. Playing on the left side of the stage again. Never mind, Lucas decides to try to retreat to the right half of the screen, which at least gives us some visual. Getting spiked again. Does not know the wall bounce recovery tech. Lucas is already a stock behind. Does not get spiked by Kirby a third time, able to grab the ledge. Lucas is still in this, but he has quite the hill to climb. And the hill is kicking him in the face. Repeatedly. See, right there, Kirby was mid-combo, well, mid-getting comboed, but he hit Lucas, basically stealing the combo for himself. Having fun with the rolls, I see. Shooting all the way to the ledge. Catching the neutral getup with an up tilt. Usually not the best decision, but it definitely worked out for Lucas here. Lucas needs to recover, gets spiked, but at a low enough, well, I guess a high enough place to be able to grab the ledge with Rope Snake, getting caught out by the Kirby hammer. Kirby moves on. Lucas has to go back home. For our second match, we have Diddy Kong against Pit. Looks like we're going to be on Smashville. That puts one large platform in the middle. Pit can definitely reach that high. Diddy Kong, I'm not sure if a lot of his attacks have enough reach to hit the platform while standing. Charging the barrels for an awkwardly long time, Pit could have maybe thrown out an up air to kill Diddy Kong directly there. Oh, Diddy Kong definitely can reach the platform with his up smash. Or at least the last hit. It looked like all of them there, actually. Pit charging out a smash attack for way too long, but Diddy Kong threw out his smash attacks in the same position. Oh, Diddy Kong got hit out of his recovery. Diddy Kong throwing out his smash attacks without moving slightly forward first in order to hit Pit. Pit tech rolling away from the punish from Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong keeps landing all these up smashes, but they're not killing Pit. Okay, that one finally did kill Pit. I feel like if he had maybe mixed it up with a different move, his up smash wouldn't be sailed so much. Which should mean that he'd be able to kill Pit earlier. The sailing mechanic, actually, I feel like it's mostly for casual players, just because it punishes only using one move over and over and over again. But it does have interesting ramifications in competitive play, especially throwing out a kill move and hitting an opponent's shield still stalls your move now, which does mean that if you have a character with, say, a really good back air, you can't throw out just a whole bunch of them and expect everything to work out. Well, if they're at a high enough percent, I guess you still can, but it's harder to do so. Which does leave more interactive gameplay. Pit parrying the first hit of forward smash, but not the second. Just a reminder that sometimes the correct option is to shield again after parrying something. Usually multi-hits. Diddy Kong air dodging through the spike. He probably would have hit the stage instead of getting spiked, but it's still good to prevent any extra damage. Especially since the amiibos have auto heal. Any damage they don't take, they can then regenerate, making a more momentous shift. Diddy Kong going low, trying to edgeguard Pit. Really difficult proposition. Pit has, well, multiple mid-air jumps. I think you just got to see them all right there. And an insanely high recovery. So it's really hard to edgeguard it. You can see right there, to use the recovery from low enough, Pit can even snap the ledge. And Diddy Kong does not make it back. That means that Pit will be moving on.
That was easy.
Next up, we've got Ridley against Wii Fit Trainer. Leader of the Space Pirates, an enormous fire-breathing dragon, versus a yoga instructor. A yoga instructor with a vitamin D deficiency. I think that's sunlight. Maybe the correct term would be albinism? It's a little weird, because for all we know, Wii Fit Trainer's species of humans just looks like that? Wii Fit Trainer jumping out of the punish range of that up smash. But shielding this one. Successfully does shield it. A little dangerous, holding your shield out for too long. It does get smaller, and sometimes that means you can get shield poked. Shield poking being the term for when you have your shield out, but it doesn't happen to cover, say, a specific limb that your opponent hits. Wii Fit Trainer doing a really good job this match, barely getting hit. Punishing Ridley really hard for just existing. Having fun at the ledge, taking turns. It's always important to share. Wii Fit Trainer not getting hit by the end of the up smash. But that one hit. Going for the spike, does not get the spike. That low down, it could have actually been fatal. Wii Fit Trainer absolutely nailing all of these forward smashes. Gets the jab combo, but Ridley got airborne off the ledge, so he did not get buried, which is something that Wii Fit Trainer's jab does. Wii Fit Trainer jumping into that up smash. That would have been easily preventable. Charging up Sun Salutation cancels it into a forward smash, killing Ridley quickly and viciously.
Keep those boots tucked in.
And for this match, we have Mr. Game & Watch against Steve. The character with the fewest animation frames and the character with the fewest bending joints. An animator's heyday or nightmare. We've got a nice relaxing song playing. Really takes away from the intensity of the match, especially every time Steve moves away to start mining. Clashing with the projectile, that is something you can do in Smash Ultimate. You can hit projectiles basically out of the air. Usually the projectiles get negated with Steve's up air. It is one of the few projectiles that will pierce multiple targets because it hits multiple times. But it does mean that if you hit it, it won't interact with you. At least for a bit. I'm unsure. It may be possible you could clash with it and then get hit by a much later hitbox. That's really hard to do, though, because usually you need to get some random elevation from somewhere. You couldn't even jump because you'd probably be busy from the clash animation usually. Steve with a very short rounded anvil. It's an aerial move, so it's not grounded, but it was basically on the ground. Game & Watch has been doing a pretty good job of keeping Steve in the air, meaning he does not have the time to get the resources he so sorely needs. For example, we saw earlier that he was able to use the anvil to just beat out Mr. Game & Watch's up air. But when he's all out of anvils, he can't do that anymore. He did just mine up a whole bunch of resources, so he's going to be set for a little bit. Game & Watch going for the hype play. He only got a 4, but man, would that have been cool. Goes for an up air against a Steve who's lower than him. Obviously, it didn't hit. I wonder what he was actually going for there. Mr. Game & Watch getting caught by another anvil. Steve tries to go for a Steve combo, but Mr. Game & Watch is so lightweight he falls out of the combo a lot earlier than most other characters would. Game & Watch is now struggling to keep up with Steve. Steve does have the diamond tools crafted, which does extra damage and knockback. Steve's crafting table is missing. It will respawn. Mr. Game & Watch does not snap the ledge, gets killed by Steve. Steve will be moving on. Here we have Captain Falcon against Samus. Two bounty hunters. Yes, believe it or not, Captain Falcon is a bounty hunter. Not really sure how that plays in because he spends, from what I understand, a lot of his time racing cars at ridiculously high speeds. But I guess it just makes him more, well, just incredibly cool. Bounty hunting people, and when he's not doing that, he's risking his life driving at 800 miles per hour. Captain Falcon going for a very greedy spike against Samus. The Raptor Boost actually got stuffed out by Samus's forward air there. That's actually a little rare, especially because the move does have a little bit of armor on it. Samus using a tactical wall jump to be able to recover more easily. We've got an up air ladder combo. Nope, alright. Never mind, just two unrelated up airs. Samus keeps hitting a few hits of the forward air, but never hitting the full move. Captain Falcon can be able to make that back, as will Samus, who went pretty far off to try to end Captain Falcon's stock. They get a trade mid-air. Mid-air moves do not clank with other moves, unlike grounded moves, which will clank with grounded moves, meaning that you do often get those pretty cool looking both players hit each other at the same time when they're in the middle of the sky. Just a little quirk of grounded versus aerial movement mechanics. Falcon throwing Samus back off stage again, needing to get this kill, gets it with the down tilt. Not taking any damage, or if he did, he's healed it, putting him at a pretty decent position, if he can keep up the momentum. Samus not waiting for the last hitbox of the up air, yet again. Means she's unable to follow up with another up air. That was interesting, trying to go for following up air into up smash. If Captain Falcon was a real opponent who could have DI'd and had DI'd in, it probably would have connected. Forward smash at the ledge is not going to kill just yet. Even though these platforms have ledges that extend over the edge of the stage. Captain Falcon off stage without his... Oh, no, never mind, he had his jump. I was wrong. Ah, the good old down throw to run intimidatingly combo. Tries to go for a ledge trump. Does not get it. By inputting any get-up option while someone else is trying to grab the stage, you will not get forced off. Captain Falcon with another greedy spike. Don't even know how that one could have hit. Landing deep on stage, barely able to escape in time. Waiting patiently for Samus to recover. Surprise, surprise, she does. Samus with a rare grabbing an opponent who's airborne. You don't see it that much. It's pretty hard to do. Back air from the wrong side of the stage is not going to kill Samus. But jab doesn't. Waiting again for Samus to return. How gentlemanlike. That jab isn't going to kill either. Captain Falcon is now taking unnecessary percent, trying to just get a kill on Samus. Finally gets one with a back air, after another up air that did not connect all of its hits. Samus nailing the landing up air to up smash. Lands too aggressively on Captain Falcon's shield. She gets shield grabbed for it. Captain Falcon does make it back, though. He does have a good airspeed. And the Falcon dive actually lets him retain some of his speed after the move ends, which is a critical part of its extreme usefulness as a recovery. Samus now struggling to try to kill Captain Falcon. Getting a charge shot ready, we'll see if she actually uses it. Up smash on the stage will do the trick. But now Samus is 63% behind Captain Falcon, has a lot of ground to make up. Using an up B as an escape option, but that did mean that she was vulnerable when she had to land. Samus trying to get a jab combo of her own, but Samus' jab, critically, does not combo into the second jab, and Samus gets killed by a down smash. Toon Link against Snake. Two characters who definitely can do a lot of projectile camping. Going to be interesting to see if either of them choose to do it, though. That is something we've seen that the amiibo have a reluctance to do. Link missing his air, getting kicked in the head like 3 times in a row as a direct punishment. Maybe one day he will learn. The boomerang comes back, does not hit Snake. It is something you have to worry about the boomerangs. They tend to come back at the absolute worst or best of times. Snake shielding both hits of Toon Link's down air before he even got pushed back by the wind box. He was able to grab Toon Link. This time he was able to punish it with a jab. Toon Link does not seem to be making too much ground with his down air. Avoiding the Nikita missile, getting hit by a second one. To be fair, it was a lingering hitbox placed exactly above the ledge. That can be pretty hard to avoid. Toon Link wall jumping so that he didn't have to grab the ledge, which is not normally a bad thing. However, Snake's C4 was on the ledge, so Toon Link landed exactly on it. Snake grabbing Toon Link, even though he did get hit by the wind box. You could actually see them both sliding together there for a second. Snake going high to recover. Toon Link is able to catch him out with a bomb. Placing a bomb on the platform kind of works as a impromptu landmine. Covering both platforms at the same time. Even though Snake had no way of getting to the second one. The Snake amiibo does know how to C4 recover. It is an important part of his recovery ability, even if it does max out once you reach too much percent. And by that I mean it usually throws you off screen or you get an untechable on the stage. Toon Link's bombs do have the explosion effect from The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, which does linger more than most other explosions. It does actually mean you can occasionally... Point-blank arrow, why would you... Doesn't mean you can conceal action sometimes, but I don't believe that is going to affect the amiibo. They don't work by looking at the screen, they work by reading information of where players are. People actually got tired of the computers never being affected by screen covering ailments, such as the Nintendog Assist Trophy, so they actually programmed it so the computers act stupider when stuff like that happens. And then people were fine. Link holds onto the bomb for too long. Thankfully he wasn't too high off screen, so he did not instantly die. However, I really do feel like he could have thrown it away. Snake desperately trying to cover Toon Link's getup, unable to in the end, probably because he used forward smash instead of one of his faster moves. Snake goes for a match-ending spike right there. And you can see there, Snake tried to C4 recover, but his percentage was too high, and he died. By his own hand. Grenade? C4? By his own explosion, I guess. Toon Link had a great setup for a combo there. He could have followed it up with up smash, but he charged it too long. Too greedy. He dug too deep. And Toon Link Z-dropping the bomb and then grabbing it with a down air. It's actually a relatively more advanced technique. I'm a little surprised the AI knows it. I'm not even entirely sure that was on purpose. Nevertheless, he did do it. Snake air dodging up to the ledge, that means he doesn't have to take C4 damage to recover. Toon Link making it back to the ledge, but he is on death's door. Yep, getting kicked in the head at the ledge. And here we have Mega Man against Bayonetta. We're going to be on Battlefield. The platforms are going to be to Mega Man's disadvantage because projectiles usually do better when they're on platforms. Bayonetta almost jumping to her death. The platforms are also to Bayonetta's disadvantage, however, because the top platform definitely gets in the way of some of her many multi-hit combos. Although as it currently stands, Bayonetta seems to be just getting hit by all of Mega Man's up airs. Going for a down smash, but Mega Man did not get up quick enough to get hit by it. Mega Man goes for a down smash there, though, but I have no idea how Bayonetta could have possibly gotten hit by that. Bayonetta has already taken too much percentage from all those up airs. She's harassing Mega Man at the ledge, but it may not be enough. Going for a normal angled side B, and then the command input. Yes, Bayonetta has a command input. She can angle it downwards with the input. Bayonetta trying to avoid the tornado with Bat Within, but still getting hit by Mega Man. Air dodging to the ledge. Good move. I don't think she had her jump. The up air just helped her recover more safely to the top platform. Mega Man is not using many of his kill moves. Bayonetta getting a good combo, but she does land on the platform, allowing Mega Man one hit of retaliation. Bayonetta's smash attacks may not come out quick, but they do have a very large hitbox. See right there, you could tell that Bayonetta actually tried to use her smash attack, but she got stuffed out by Mega Man first. Bayonetta does fall victim to the win box at the top of the stage. Although Mega Man just jumped into that forward smash, so... Mega Man does not have Legend Invincibility, Bayonetta unable to punish it, and Bayonetta not recovering correctly. Well, this just went from a difficult battle to an incredibly difficult battle for Bayonetta. Mega Man zoning her out with pellets. Doing a successful job, but he's barely doing more percentage than she's auto-healing. That up smash just turned the tides, but parrying yet another smash attack from Bayonetta. Catching her with the up smash. Bayonetta does not have too much longer to live, already at 80%, and Bayonetta is not a heavy character. Bayonetta almost getting pushed off the top of the screen. Only going for one hit of the forward air, allowing oh, and Bayonetta's dead. And for the last match of this episode, we have Olimar against Mii Swordfighter. This is going to be interesting. Anyone who saw Olimar's last match, he busted everyone's brackets in an incredibly swift and efficient manner. Gonna be interesting to see if he does it again or if it was just a fluke. Although he has already done 61% to Mii Swordfighter. So maybe it wasn't a mistake. Both players at opposite ends, Mii Swordfighter has to go for the approach. Olimar just has so much more range. With a lot of his normal attacks, not like his forward air being longer than Mii Swordfighter's sword, but like his smash attacks are actually pretty far-reaching. And on top of that, he can just throw out the Pikmin, like that. Olimar, keeping the purple Pikmin. He does get a spike, but Mii Swordfighter is able to tech it, saving his life. Olimar goes for a grab, does not get it. Accidentally gets one of his Pikmin to latch on to Mii Swordfighter. The extra damage, I'm sure, is appreciated. Getting a footstool on Mii Swordfighter. Great move from Olimar. Securing the kill and giving him a leisurely recovery. Forward smash from across the stage is not going to kill Olimar. But Olimar finally meets his death. Not grabbing additional Pikmin, he finally got to, but it was so late, he actually got stabbed in retaliation for being in the... Plucking Pikmin doesn't have too much lag, however it is something you have to do. It actually has so little lag, it's usually faster to just pull all 3 Pikmin at once instead of trying to squeeze in 1 or 2 here and there. Back air from Olimar, really not what Mii Swordfighter wants to be seeing, already about 100% behind Olimar. Olimar just having fun with Mii Swordfighter, sending him to the opposite side of the stage over and over. Throwing away 1 Pikmin, keeping the other 2. being the red and the purple, they are the Pikmin that deal more damage and more knockback. And blue is the Pikmin that gives you, that makes your throws stronger. So if that was an up throw, it probably would have killed. Olimar's kill throw is his up throw, by the way. The Swordfighter going off stage, even killing one of Olimar's Pikmin. But that means that he has fewer to throw in order to make a good recovery. Trying to reflect Olimar's Pikmin there, but the white Pikmin flew too fast for the reflector to come out. When picking Mii Swordfighter's moveset, it was interesting. I had to make the decision that having a reflector is probably more useful against certain characters than the other options available. But for the most part, they were all pretty tough choices. Except, of course, for any move that gave additional recovery options. With the amiibo being as inconsistent as they are, they need all the recovery they can muster. Mii Swordfighter not knocking off the red Pikmin, taking the full brunt of the damage. Going off stage, getting hit by another Pikmin. That seems to be one of Olimar's best ways of racking up percent. Whenever he needs to recover, he relieves himself of the Pikmin, and the other amiibo usually just gets hit by it. Both characters at a high percent, but Olimar is a stock ahead, and he has two purple Pikmin, definitely looking like he's going for the kill. Gets hit by an up smash. Mii Swordfighter needs to avoid any kill moves, and using your recovery above the stage is not a good way to do that. Getting spiked, but instead of getting sent down, he gets sent sideways. Mii Swordfighter is able to tech that, able to live for another day. Getting a pretty good combo on Olimar, all things said. Off stage, Mii Swordfighter does not tech that one, however has a good enough recovery to still make it back. Holding his ground and waiting for the forward smash. Good play from Mii Swordfighter. Oh, it's the 6th spike that always gets ya. That means Olimar will be moving on.